the same. It's on my face. I cannot hide from the mistake my parents made. I'm never moving on. Not made from love, a remnant of a selfish motive. Was I needed? Do I need it to go wrong? Polarized inherent pain, pumping through my veins. Eyes in flames, call my name. I freeze, I burn, I blame. I love, I hate the safe I embrace inside of me. I only fuel the fire.
All right, we are live. We are live. Oh my god, we're live. And
Oh my God.
what so we were just talking to everybody about guns and how ridiculous the situation is. It's like an obsession. You know what I mean? It's like a freaking like gotta have my boom boom stick. You
Right.
know?
Well, it's like America, where it's the
America.
only country in the world where it has this problem. What could possibly be the solution?
Right. Right.
Let's see what's
Yeah.
different about where we are versus everyone else. Oh,
Right.
is it the 400 million firearms that are just laying around the United States?
There is an old adage that if you're holding a hammer, every problem looks like a nail, right?
Exactly. And if, when you're holding a rocket launcher, everything looks like an inbound missile, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, something.
Um,
It's just nuts.
we have a very our country needs a lot of advice. I think they need our help,
And they do, and
I'm happy that we are here.
Exactly why we're here. So hello everyone. We are here
Yeah.
for again our wonderful segment called OK Seriously, where you ask questions and we give answers. And as always, we have Green Pants here. Green Pants, thank you for joining us. Or you want
Thank you so much for having me, Vanguard. As always, highlight of my week. We were off last week, so this is the highlight of my fortnight.
yes,
So,
your Fortnite.
awesome.
a little reference there.
Yeah.
No, very good. And so so everyone knows Green Pants is having a little bit of a technical difficulty. We don't quite know what it is. We're gonna try to resolve it next time, but he can hear us and speak fine. So we shall we'll see what goes on. But anyway, so for those who aren't familiar, the deal is we're gonna pick 5 questions submitted by our users, by our readers, our viewers, and we're going to give our answers. And take that advice for what you will. We're not trained professionals in any way, shape, or form. Some ways, shapes, or forms.
Don't have no qualifications, but lots of opinions.
We have opinions. We have skills too. We have skills.
And
skills that make us a
and,
nightmare for people like you. Skills that
right,
you've
right.
accumulated.
And all of our opinions
Native.
are objectively correct. That's what's important to
true,
remember.
too.
Everything that we say is objectively correct.
Right.
Therefore,
I mean, if the former
Follow the
president can do
advice.
that, why can't we? Right? Why can't we say?
we have to even call him former president.
I
Can we
know,
just say
I'm
like
sorry.
the orange
The
man,
orange- My bad.
Mango Mussolini,
Mango Mussolini.
or Orange Mussolini, I think it's called.
Oh my god.
He's getting so pissed off in court and stuff from all the memes of him like in a little shawl because he was complaining about the cold, to I guess he's farting up a storm in the courtroom, and all the memes are out there. There are 0 Trump supporters outside the courthouse. So he's
know.
thinking all of his people will come support them. They're
No,
none.
nobody
So there's
showed
no
up.
one to be like, hey. So so he is losing his mind apparently,
Yeah.
even more than he usually
Yeah,
loses his
meltdown.
mind at night, because it's like he like the
sundown.
courtroom
He's
sketches
sundown,
make him
definitely.
look like the courtroom sketches look like he's deformed, like in a way. So it's like,
Enraged.
and so he's really, really pissed off.
Twisted in
I
anger.
love it. I'm here.
Yeah.
I am here for it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I relish the sweet
Yeah.
Schadenfreude.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's New York, right? Like, I think they're done with him. Like, New York is done with him. Like,
New York was done with him 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Again, New York was done with him in 1987 when he was, calling up.
Bankrupt how many times? Yeah.
Yeah, just, oh my God. Yeah.
It's so crazy. Such a crazy time, crazy place. All right, well, that's not why we're here though. We're here to answer your questions.
Yes.
So we're gonna do
Yes.
that.
The people who actually took the time to write us questions
we won't let you down.
It's our responsibility to do this. So
It is.
it's,
We
diligence.
won't let you down. So we're gonna go to our first question here. Our first question is from
All right, what do we got?
Ralph from Baconton, Georgia. Ralph says, I recently turned 25. That puts me into the 1.9% of males in the USA that are still virgins at 25. Okay? I'm very sexually frustrated and want to experience sex. On some nights, I have even cried and considered taking a trip to Germany later in the year to go lose it in Amsterdam with all the legal brothels. My sexual frustration has even made me a masturbation addict. I masturbate at least 2 to 3 times a day, sometimes more. This virginity causes me so much unhappiness. What do I do? Asks Ralph, the 25-year-old virgin.
Wow, that's a lot to unpack here, Ralph. I'm not sure how many imaginary Canadian girlfriends are being included in those stats, but from my online experience, I think the incel community is far larger than 1.9%. But
Really?
perhaps it is. They are just more vocal. But second,
think
Ralph,
that's
what I want
what
you
it
to
is.
understand is that what I picked up most from your question is, I believe that your geographical options are much more expansive than you might realize. Germany and Amsterdam are actually 2 completely different places.
They're very far.
One is a country, and
Right.
one is a country, and the other is a city in another country
Right.
called the Netherlands.
Correct.
Also, prostitution is legal in Belgium, Austria, Switzerland, Greece, Hungary, Latvia, Turkey. So there's a lot of places to go wet your whistle in Europe. Okay, so if that's what you want to do, don't worry about it. And if you think about it, I don't know if you know this, but legal prostitution is available right here in the good old USA. Like,
Correct.
if go to Hartsfield Airport, you're in Georgia, take a flight to Las Vegas,
Yep.
and you can be knee deep in poontang by sunrise. So Ralph, if that's what you want, you have options available to you.
Oh,
But
green pants.
I'm sure Vanguard will want to talk about not paying for it in love and like whatever. So I'll let you talk about how to do it without paying money. I can help you out with the transactional. Well, Vanguard will try to tell you how to do it for free or whatever. It involves talking.
I mean, I was gonna do that. However,
I knew it.
I wasn't gonna dispute kind of what you said, right? Like it seems like, Ralph, that you've built this up into such a level of anxiety that you're probably creating a self-defeatist loop. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I can't get
Right.
laid is making it so that you're making it difficult for you to actually interact with women. I'm assuming women. You didn't say that, but I'm gonna assume. I'm
Right,
looking
because
back
he's
at the
saying
text
1.9% of the
that you said.
males.
Males. So I'm gonna assume that you're a male that wants to have sex with women. That's what I'm assuming. So
Yeah, that's safe.
so that you've built up such a thing. It's like you've gotten yourself all anxious about it and all worked up that itself is going to be a self-defeating loop, and you're going to be making it more difficult to be able to do that. So I would kind of recommend what Green Pants said: do the brothel, get it out of the way. So you've done it once, you've experienced it. You're like, then you can be like, breathe a sigh of relief.
Right.
Then learn how to get into a functional relationship with a woman. Right. It's like-
Right, because it could be that this particular hang up is really just is causing you all sorts of downstream effects with
That's what
talking to
I'm
women.
saying.
You're just worried about the sex. So if you can get that urge, or the insatiable need that you want to experience that experience, do that, and then I think after that you'll be in a much better place to try to woo an actual human companion who will eventually you'll make sweet love to.
Yes. One of our
And it will be beautiful, Ralph. It will be very beautiful.
yes, one of our
In Binghamton, Georgia.
one of our viewers is reminding us that the actual city of Las Vegas is not legal. You have to go outside the city, but it is very easy to
You
discover
do.
where to go,
But
and you can get there quite
but
easily.
again, the information remains the same. You take a flight from Hartsfield Jackson Airport in Georgia, fly to Las Vegas.
What's the airport code?
You can for
Garfield, Jacksonville.
ATL. Atlanta's ATL, and Las Vegas is
LAS, I think, right?
I think it is LA. Yeah.
Because Los Angeles is LAS.
So yes, yeah, and then from the airport,
Not
you
relevant.
can get transportation directly to the Bunny House Ranch.
Right.
So, yeah. So I'm saying it is if you've got the currency and you have the ability to communicate, show up in Las Vegas and be like, "Hi, I have money and I want to lose my virginity." Someone will take you where that can happen.
Seriously, he's right. He's right on. But yeah, like I said, I think this is a valid path.
Don't get into any unmarked vans or anything, though.
No, don't
like,
do that.
make sure it's because it is Vegas and lots of stuff happens in Vegas and probably stays there,
Yeah, don't do
buried
that.
in concrete.
So other things I would advise, you mentioned that you're masturbating a lot, 2 or 3 times a day. That's a lot. Like 3 times is a lot. Like once is okay.
Judgy.
And it is. I think once is okay. Twice is, a morning, night. I can maybe see that. 3 times, it's like you're actually stopping in the middle of the day to do it, and then resuming your day. That's like, I don't know.
I'm not sure what you were like as a teenager,
Going
Vanguard.
borderline. I was 25.
But
25.
25. Okay, but still, yeah, 20. Okay, at 14 or 15, I would
Yes.
say a lot
5 or 6
isn't
times for
something.
me.
No, I'm saying there isn't a concept of a lot. If you were a 15-year-old boy and you told me you jerked off 30 times a day, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, it'd be like, yeah, I can see that happening. Like, it's the same reason. It's like I don't know why I get a dick tent in math class every fucking day, but then it's like when you're 14 years old and you're humping the couch because it feels a little good, just trying to figure that shit out.
Right.
So at 25, I would say 2 to 3 times a day is I'm not going to say I will say impressive, actually, because that means that you are able to recharge and reload that quickly,
Right.
even in your
Orange
mid
juice,
20s.
too.
I don't have any problem with your masturbation, bud.
I would.
2 to 3 times a day is fine. You have once in the morning, once at work in the bathroom, and then
There's
once
the
before
one.
bed.
The second one.
Okay.
That's the one that's concerning.
What do you mean it's concerning? What? Oh, you don't jerk off at work?
Well, I work from home now, so technically, yes.
So, are you telling me that when you were in high school,
Okay, go
you
ahead.
would not each take turns to go into the bathroom to go jerk off to the hot girls that worked in the office?
We're going there, aren't we? I can't lie.
See?
I
That's
cannot lie. I can't lie. I totally have, right? No question. I have
Exactly.
masturbated in
That's what I'm
public
saying.
bathrooms. I've masturbated. Here's one of my bolds. I know. I've masturbated at a urinal.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like, yeah,
Me too.
of course.
Yeah.
I thought I was odd
Of
for
course.
doing that.
No. Have you ever jerked off a building? Like had it come off the building and go fall down?
No.
Have you ever stood on the edge of a building, jerked off,
No.
and had the ejaculate go off the side of the
No.
building?
No.
I win.
That is so bad.
I am the winner. I am.
But yeah, I have done the standing at the urinal thing. And somebody comes in, you stop, you wait till they leave, and then you continue, right? It's like a.
Or not.
But I think you need to. It's protocol. It's like.
What's to say? It all depends on what bathroom are you in?
Oh my God.
Is it for multiple people? Yeah, I'm just saying. There's lots of options here.
Oh my goodness.
Ralph, you got lots of options. I think you're really hung up on this,
Here-
and I think there are.
But
You
here.
have options and ways to.
Oh, you just cut out green pants. What was that last part you said?
Oh,
You're back.
oh crap! Am I pixelating again?
You were, but your
No,
voice.
please-
You're back.
please go
You're
ahead.
back, You're back. I was just gonna say that the concern is like the way you're kind of portraying this. I know there's not a ton of words here, but like, you're. I think you're. I'm concerned because you're beating off 3 times a day. You're creating a thing, an association in your mind with sex. Like it seems like that you just want the relief of not feeling the buildup, right? It's kind of like an analogy
Right.
is like when you eat, like technically you should eat when you're eat until you're no longer hungry, not until you're full. Maybe like an analogy
Right.
I want to use, right? You're masturbating until
Right.
you're right. You know what I mean? Until you're full.
I was thinking along the physiological and not the psychological, but
Yeah,
I think you're onto something
I think
there.
that's something you need to think about and work on, though, Ralph. Right? Because it's like you don't want to approach it from an unhealthy perspective of, oh, I just got to get the stuff out of me, right? Which is kind of what you're doing right now, versus sharing like an actual intimate experience with another human, kind of what it's about. And the thing is, too, I assume you're watching a lot of porn too, and it's like depending on the type of porn you're watching, perhaps you want to write back and tell us about that because that might be an interesting insight as well. There's definitely good porn and bad porn out there.
Vanguard would absolutely love it if you wrote back and told him
Tell me about your
exactly
porn.
about which porn you
Like,
were watching.
Babysitter,
Maybe-
spot on. Okay.
Wow. Okay. I think we've helped out Ralph enough.
Stepsister.
What's question 2?
Right. So Ralph, go to what's the summary? Let's summarize, Ralph. Go to Vegas. Okay. Get to one of the legal brothels outside of Vegas.
Go to Amsterdam. Go to a place where there's a green door. Go in there. Have a drink at the bar.
Yeah.
They will lead you up. It's going to cost you a lot of money, but it will take care of all of this, and you'll be under for less than 2,000 euros. You'll be fine.
Actually, that's a lot. Actually, it's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot.
But I'm just saying, if you want the best, I'm
I
saying
see what you're
2,000
saying.
euros is
I see what you're
reasonable. Yeah.
Still seems like a lot. I don't know. It would need to be exceptional.
Well, at this point, I think Ralph is the bar is pretty low there for Ralph.
Fair. Yeah, I recommend the Vegas thing just to get out of the way, get rid of the anxiety, and then start to work on how you have a relationship with an actual woman. That's the step. So Ralph, good luck. All right, let's go on to our next question here. So our next question comes from Cleo from Ball Mills, Pennsylvania. Cleo says, I live in a small apartment, 1-bedroom studio, and need to maximize my space. What are some innovative ways to make small living spaces feel larger and more organized? Cleo.
How tall are you, Cleo? Like, if you're willing to give up on ever standing completely up vertical, like you can platform your way into a lot more space.
Right. I was going to recommend loft. Actually, loft is a key way to do it. If you can elevate your bed up.
Yeah, anything that so if you can elevate the bed or any parts of it that you can have stacking layers. One way to make a smaller place larger is to get more money. Can you get more money? Because if you have more money, you could buy a larger place. That's how. Have you considered ever getting more money? Like people with unlimited financial resources are among the least likely to be homeless. Like very low percentage of extremely poor people are homeless. That's just science right there.
Statistically speaking.
So no, and a really good way to appear organized is to not have your house look like an episode of A&E's Hoarders. Like, why do you need all this shit?
Right.
So it's like platform some stuff depending on your height, get a better job, make some more money, buy a bigger house, you're set.
That's an approach, yes. But I do recommend I do agree with the platforming and definitely if you can get your bed elevated and have it lofted up, that would be big, and then you could have like your desk underneath the bed. So also color,
or you could go Murphy bed.
Murphy bed.
Those
pull down.
Those closes right up into the wall. Pull it down because your bed is really just a section of floor. That's all it really is. You just need a flat place to lie down, so it does not need to take up a lot of physical space.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why Murphy beds aren't as popular as they once were, but
yeah, they make modern ones now. I've seen them. They actually look pretty cool.
Do they?
Yeah. But another option is using color. So painting your walls. There are colors that will make the space seem more open. I think lighter colors.
Yeah, and I think if you have like contrasting colors too that make like one side.
They call it an accent wall. Yeah, you could have like a dark wall.
Yeah.
And light walls on the other side. You usually do your dark wall on the inside wall and your light walls on the outside wall, so it makes it seem like the windows are a natural extension of the space. So that's another option as well.
Another thing, Cleo, that you could do is, like many Americans, you might notice that everywhere in America are self-storage facilities. I believe my town has about 17 of them.
Yes.
I don't understand what people is putting in there, but there's a lot of self-storage available. So I think what you need to do, if you just want to, be normal is you take all the extra material crap that you have, like we all do, and then you lock it away and you pay someone to watch it for you, and then you forget about it and you don't even
So you
remember
move.
what's there, but you still get a bill every month, and then eventually you completely forget about it, and then it gets
They auction it
unlocked
off,
and goes
yeah.
on an episode, and they auction it off, and someone thinks that they're getting some super rare Nintendo game, and it turns out it's just a dead body. So it's there's been
Oh
some
my
interesting
God.
episodes of those shows.
Yeah.
So
It is uncanny the sheer number of storage facilities there are in the country, right?
there's a lot,
All over the place. It's like people really have this much shit. It's like
and they don't have anywhere to
storage.
put it. Like,
Right. That tells you
like
something. That should
how-
be a warning, right? Like I need
Right.
to store all this stuff. It's like, especially if you keep stuff there for years. Like if it's been there for years, you clearly don't need it. So
some of the most exciting
Buy your
parts
ads.
of my life are when I can take a big object that I don't want and
Yes.
just put it on the street and then have it disappear.
have it go away.
If someone else wants
I
it.
know, I love.
I love
giving
it.
shit- I love giving shit away.
Children's
I love
toys. Yep.
Purging is so therapeutic. Oh my god, just downsizing your
Yeah.
stuff.
I mean,
is so
bulimia
good.
is the best eating disorder. Like,
Well,
if you have
hold
to
on.
choose, I mean, like, as Vanguard has said, Vanguard believes bulimia is the best eating
That is-
disorder,
that is
and that's
not-
because you purge.
Yes.
Is that Is that
No,
not right?
I think
Is that-
you took that in a direction. So I was talking about purging of your material bought objects, not your stomach contents.
stomach contents. Okay.
Not stomach contents, right? So,
Okay.
by the way, if
In
you-
hindsight, that does make more sense.
yes, if anyone is intentionally throwing up, you need to see a doctor. So let's just put that out there. But as far as but purging's huge. Again, you got to think about what you really need and what you want to keep, and what you don't want to keep, right? So, a purge of items would be great, just to see what you actually need. And then kind of like I would think about it as of like your furniture. You know what I mean? Like have your furniture be like the anchors of what takes up your space, and then see how you organize after that, right? Like people typically have furniture, and they have clothing, and they have knickknacks and other functional items. You know what I mean? So kind of categorize those things. What you actually need, what you don't need, get rid of what you don't need.
Yep. And okay, fine. For all eating disorders are bad.
Correct.
Just I'll go ahead and say that.
Yes, unhealthy.
You shouldn't
unhealthy.
eat and then throw it all up. That's not good.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. What was I gonna say? Oh, the storage unit thing. There's a whole underground, supposedly, what I've heard.
Ooh, yeah.
There's an underground scene that people use storage units for prostitution, and for
Oh, that's absolutely true.
and for swinging extramural affairs, that kind of thing. Because you can get a storage
Yes.
unit with heating in it, and then you basically
Yeah.
just people throw a bed and a nightstand and a couple basic things like to make it habitable-ish. They go in and you pay like 20 something bucks a month. It's like not much, you know what I mean? Like for reasonably sized.
Yeah. With
Much
those
cheaper
storage
than an
things, if you
apartment.
want to get right, totally. Because if you can have one that are outdoor facing that are cheaper but are more like a garage where like they're kind of like they're away from the elements but they're not like in a heated facility.
Right.
The other ones that are actually inside, it's like your stuff is at normal room temperature. Like I've actually heard of that of places being storage facilities being rented out, especially the super like large ones, and basically. And there's only like one security guard, and all of a sudden all these swingers come in, and he's like, okay.
He's like, whatever. I don't get paid enough to care. So he's just like,
Exactly.
whatever. Cheaper than a hot sheets. So one of our viewers, No News, says talk about hot sheet. What's hot sheets? Have you ever heard of that?
What is a hot sheet?
Hot sheets. I don't know. Than a hot sheets. I don't know. No News, explain what is hot sheets. Love to hear more
I'm
about that.
unfamiliar with that.
Hot Sheets Motel. Oh, it's a type of motel. Oh, is it rent by the hour?
Like an hour by the
Hourly
yeah.
hotel. No, probably. They charge by that. Yeah, no, thank you. Hot Sheets. Yeah. So yeah,
Hot sheets. Okay.
but
I had
the
not
thing
heard of
about
that
the
term
storage
before.
room that's nice is it's your bed, it's your linens. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
keep it clean, that whole thing. Versus anyway,
Right.
we're getting
and
a
it's,
little too into that.
and you're having it offsite. Yeah. I know. Well,
So what
we
do
can
we say?
talk about your swingers parties later.
that's-
That's good.
My swingers part. So Cleo,
You're the one that knows all about it. I don't know.
go up for one thing. Platforms, lofts. There's a clever shelving that you can do as well. That's kind of like depending on you didn't describe what your unit's like, but if you wind up having like a slanted roof, you could do cool things with shelving on the slants or even on the straight. You could have higher shelving, to do cool things like that.
And again, more money will get you a larger place.
Yes, fundamentally,
enough.
more money will get you a larger home. Never buy more home than you need, but yes, that's true. Um, and then what else? So the color, play with paints, and
Accent walls.
yeah, and then basically the other part is like for just like general stuff, take a run to the Container Store. I mean, they have tons of like under desk Tupperware organizer thingies and bins, and I mean, there's
You can
tons
spend a lot of money buying things to organize your
of
stuff that
things,
you've
right?
already spent money
I mean,
on.
things to organize your things.
You-
I mean, step one's
Exactly.
definitely like make sure you have the minimum things that you need. Don't have a ton of extra things, right? And then what's left, you can buy things to organize those things. Stack
Now,
them,
if one
stack
has
them.
children, you are going to have lots of extra things and nothing you
Yes.
can possibly do about it.
Correct.
And so it will be a little bit of a celebration each day where you can take one of their large plastic things that
Throw
they
it
no
away.
longer use and get rid of it.
Yes. Well,
And that large plastic thing will then no longer be an eyesore in your home.
yes. And then you
So-
can live like an adult. What else? Anything else about optimizing space in your home? I think those are the big ones, right?
No, I mean, yeah, normally it's
Vertical.
just buy bigger. Is my just better jobs,
Vertical.
more money. I don't know.
Bed.
Yeah,
Like what else about the like in bathrooms is another thing. You buy like shower caddies and like things that hang on the thing that hold all your shampoo products. and
yeah,
all that
put
stuff.
yeah.
and-
Putting stuff up on walls you can 'cause that's a lot of space of just like where you can put hooks and shelves and stuff. There's quite a lot you can do.
Right. Over the door things are good too. Like there's over the door shoe racks, right? You just kind of hook the thing over and just throw all your shoes in the inside of the bedroom
Right.
door, stuff like that.
They have over the door medicine racks too for like your
Yes.
you
You don't have a medicine cabinet.
exactly the same thing on this.
That like too.
Think you'll be all right,
That's an
Cleo.
option. Cleo, that's the way to do it. Yep. All right. So good luck. Good luck.
Good luck, Leo.
Good luck, Cleo. We're pulling for you. All right. So question 3. Here we go.
Get some more money.
That's right. All right. So this is from Zachary from Apopka, Florida. I've been to Apopka
Ooh,
actually.
Apopka.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Zachary.
the place for potatoes. It's potato. It's called the potato eating place.
I think that's right.
That's what Apopka. It is. That's the native Seminole Floridian
Oh, for
term
potato.
or potato eating place. That's the Seminole
Got
Native
it.
American word for potato eating place is Apopka
Got it.
or some derivation of that.
Okay, so Zachary figured out.
Everyone knows that. That's just shit you learn in 3rd grade. Like everyone knows about Apopka.
Just
You take that
know
with
that.
social studies. Yeah.
So let's see. So Zachary says, I love my girlfriend, but she literally never stops talking. We're both 19 in a long distance relationship. As far as I see it, I'm simply a soundboard. She doesn't listen. She just waits to talk at me. So frustrating, and I don't know how to bring this up without sounding like a total asshole. What do I do?
Okay. Yeah.
Girlfriend talks too much.
Zach, you're 19 and you're in a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
I really hate to break this to you. You don't have your girlfriend, but your girlfriend does have a really shitty therapist. And that's you, Zach. You are the really shitty therapist. And here's the thing. As a therapist, it is generally considered total asshole behavior to basically say, hey, shut the fuck up with your problems. It's totally against
It's
like
usually not
therapists' codes and stuff. But the secret to you, Zach, is you aren't actually a therapist. So none of that actually applies. You can be as much of an asshole as you want. If you want to opt out of being a therapist, you're allowed to go way farther down the asshole spectrum because you didn't advertise yourself as a therapist. So, I think I think you are well within your rights to give up your new job as a therapist and go and live your life free of this torment.
I think a factor here is like is there an end in sight when the relationship will no longer be long distance? 'Cause if it's like 6 months, maybe I don't know. And this is tough. This one's tough for me because
It would have to be temporary long distance, I think makes sense. But this whole long
Right.
distance, 'cause at 19, this sounds like one of these. My high school girlfriend, we went to different colleges.
Yes.
And now
yes,
and it's like, no, you guys aren't in a relationship anymore. You're just talking about your college experiences.
right,
And,
right.
and Zach, all those stories she's telling about her friends, that's all about her. She's telling you about all the other guys she's fucking. That's what's happening. So, just hate to break that to you. Sorry.
Just sitting there taking it, Zach.
Yeah.
No, I have a problem with this too. So, and this is a bit of a personal struggle with this one. So this is I have phone limitations. So if I'm on a phone call with somebody, 30 minutes, I am done. Like I'll be like, gotta go. Conversation's over,
Yep.
right? I've talked on the phone too much. We've talked at each other, or whatever ratio of communication backward, doesn't even matter. Like 30 minutes, I am done. And Mrs. Vanguard gets very irritated at this because if she's like away for like a week or a few days or something, she calls me every day. And after
Yep.
30 minutes, I'm done. I said, okay, sounds good. You know, you do that kind of we're all done tone, you know what I mean? And she's
Right.
like,
And
"Why
then you
trying-
get the where the fuck do you
why
think
are
you're
you trying
going?
to get off the phone with me so quickly?" And I'm like, because
Right.
I'm done. Like, I just talked to you yesterday. Nothing new. 30 minutes of stuff didn't happen. Interesting things didn't happen to you between then and now, right? It's like, the conversation's over.
So in your mind, you
Yeah.
are not the asshole in that situation. Yet, in her mind, you're still the asshole.
Maybe I am.
Oh,
Right.
it's
Maybe.
all relative.
That's
You
right.
know? That's the thing with I mean, like my son, he has a particular his phone
Yes.
conversation length of time duration is 90 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he will be on the phone for 90 seconds. Anything more is unreasonable,
Right.
and you are not going to have it. So in order to try to keep him on the phone for more than a minute and a half is pretty much a exercise in futility. So understand that you have the 90 seconds.
Right.
Let him say happy birthday to grandma, or thank you for the $5 and the stick of gum. But
Yeah. Yeah. And like I
what
said,
you have.
for me, it's the 30 minutes. But I've had that conversation with my wife, and I've said, I can't do more than 30 minutes. So just so you know that's a thing with me. We just need to accept it. And she eventually did. And now it's fine. Now she gets it. It's like 30 minutes, like, all right, you got to go, blah, blah, blah. And it's done. And I'm like, great. So maybe you can try something similar, Zach. Maybe you can say, hey, look, these countless phone conversations, it's like, it's nice to hear from you, to catch up on how your life's going. But I got to go. Life to live.
It also sounds like that. I mean, he's basically it's not even just like the length of the phone conversations.
Yeah.
He's basically saying she's talking at me.
True.
So
And he's not interacting in the
he
conversation.
uses the word soundboard. So it's like I'm being talked at, like just. It sounds like he's basically like being vented to.
Right.
Like here's all the shit going on in my life.
To your point about him being a therapist.
Right. Exactly. That's what you're doing. You're being like, oh yeah, oh shit, oh
Right.
really, and yeah.
Right. Like you could set up an Amazon Echo to do that without having to actually be there.
Right. Yeah, it can have a heuristic conversation just based
Yes.
upon prompts and things. It's almost like you're talking to a real person.
Zach, there are AI solutions for your problem.
That is an excellent. Okay, can he set up his phone to like be an AI for when his girlfriend calls, so it just does auto prompts?
I'm sure there's an app for that somewhere.
Does that technology exist? Yeah, it has to be.
It does. I don't know if it's all been brought together for this
Like-
particular application, but all those pieces of technology
Like-
exist.
Yeah, like some app called like "Please talk to my girlfriend" or something that you just. It's like you put the thing on, and it's like, "Hello, I love you." That sounds good. Great. Really? That's terrible. Oh my gosh, I feel so sorry for you. That would be amazing.
I think we just came up with the $1 million idea.
We're putting it right over the internet, and now it's out there.
Anyone who wants it?
Everybody,
Anyone
fucking
wants it?
stupid.
Right. Anyone who's going to take this one and run with it? We're not asking for money, but just please give us a byline credit. That's all we're asking for.
I would love a little. Okay, seriously, maybe
Give us a link to the show.
Like,
and that'd be great.
yes.
That's all we ask. Very reasonable, I think.
Right.
So what else do you do? I don't know. Yeah, I can have an honest conversation with her, right? And she's probably, if she's legitimately still into you and is insecure, so she keeps talking to you, to make herself feel more comforted that you're there, right? If that's the thing,
Right.
You need to have like an honest conversation with her. Say, look, I feel like our conversations are very one-sided. I do love to hear from you. Still care about you, but let's kind of figure out what our relationship is and set the boundaries and how we're going to communicate and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Just have
and
that
I
talk.
think that would work well for two adults. But these kids, they're 19, so no.
Right.
Ghoster, Zach. This is done. What is happening? I'm almost positive. Being 19, you and your girlfriend were in high school together. Now you're at separate colleges. Okay, bye. You're all done. Like that's it. Just break up, and because you're gonna break up. You are absolutely going to break up at some point in the next
Like
couple of years.
98.6% of all high school relationships.
You're
break
already
up as you
annoyed.
break
You
up.
are 19. and
True.
you're already writing us to tell us how annoying your girlfriend
Right.
is talking to you on the phone.
That's a sign.
What makes you think that's going to get better?
That's a sign. Yeah.
So,
Was she that
At
way in high
19?
school? I'd be curious if she was that way when you were together. If she always talked to you.
right.
Yeah. So it doesn't
So-
particularly bode well, Zach. So like I said,
Yeah.
I
And,
would.
and
I
you're
would-
under no obligation here. As a
Right.
human being, you don't have to sit there and be talked at.
Sure.
Like you are. You have agency in this situation.
But like I said, I would try to have that mature conversation and say, hey, can we talk about how we communicate? I feel this, anyway.
Yeah.
And
And after you have that mature conversation and your 19-year-old girlfriend who has no clue what you're trying to do with all of your psychological speak and, using the right tone and everything else, doesn't have 40 years of lived experience
Right.
of relationships. So
context.
she will lose her mind, and that is what's going to happen. And it's
And
going to
then
be
she'll get
awful,
drunk at a
but not
frat
for you
party.
because you can hang up and go and get blitzed and you're good. So
Right. And she'll go get drunk.
slow
at a-
your roll, Zach. Calm down.
She'll go get drunk at a frat party and go hook up, right? So everybody will be happy.
Right. She probably already has several times. Like you have absolutely, yeah. I don't know if you know this, Zach, but your girlfriend's kind of a whore. I mean, like in the circle. I don't know if she.
You do not know
Like,
that. That is unfounded claim.
Listen, if this is the same girlfriend from the Zach from Apopka, Florida that I know,
Yes.
then that girl is cheating on him big time, and it's quite frankly it's
don't
I
know
mean
this
it's happening. Zach, never answer your phone again.
Okay.
Block the number. I am telling you,
We're gonna.
she is absolutely cheating on you. Don't let her gaslight you.
Zach.
She is cheating on you right now. Right now, there's another man's penis in her mouth.
If you listen
At
carefully.
this moment, you can hear it.
All right, Jack. I
Yeah,
think we went off the
I hear
rails
it.
there a little bit, but please take our previous advice into account. And like I said, don't feel
Take
trapped
all
by
the
the
advice into
situation.
account.
Don't feel trapped by the situation. You're in control here, right?
Yeah,
So,
you're 19.
communicate.
You cannot be trapped in a relationship. I mean, you can try to gain 30 years of lived experience and go down the therapist route there, but you're 19, so the expectation is that you'll just turn off your phone or something, or is that's what an actual 19-year-old would do. So good
All
luck.
right, going to our next question. Let's see. Belinda from Beaver, Pennsylvania asks, "What is your advice for someone who's
Yikes.
afraid to drive?" Wait, that's not right.
Hmm.
I think I left. Oh no, this is the right question. Okay. Yeah, from someone who's afraid to drive. I've been on the road a couple times in the past before through a driving school, never finished. This sounds like a previous week's question. Did I screw this up?
No, I think that it makes sense.
Is this new? Okay, so someone afraid to drive. Been on the road a couple of times in the past before through a driving school, never finished. I have an innate fear of vehicles and seem to worry about car accidents a lot. Not too debilitating, but that worry pushes me off wanting to learn how to drive. I know I'll have to learn at some point, as it's a necessary skill to learn where I live. How do I find the courage? I think we
okay.
answered a very similar question in a previous episode. I mean, driving school is a huge first step, right, to grow confidence.
Well, that question was more how to even go about it. This is
Oh, I see.
someone who doesn't want to do it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And
I think you're right.
and
That makes
I
sense, too.
and I have to tell you, Belinda, you don't necessarily. It sucks that you have to learn how to drive. You just happen to live in the only developed nation on earth that has no actual operating strong public transportation system. So that the only way that you can live life in our society is by being able to operate heavy machinery, which is not a problem at all for anybody that's disabled or an alcoholic. USA. But
America.
obviously, yeah. But you're in Pennsylvania, okay? This is not your first rodeo with bad luck. You're a woman named Belinda in a town named Beaver, okay? Your luck is already shit.
Every time I hear about a Belinda, I always think Belinda Carlisle. I kind of had the hots for her back in the day.
Well, thank you for that.
You think Belinda Carlisle was hot?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, yes, from the Go-Go's.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I sometimes get the Go-Go's.
Our lips are steel. And Bananarama mixed up, right? Our lips are steel.
No, it's the Go-Go's and and the Bangles.
Can you feel? Oh, the Bangle? No,
The Go-Go's and the
come on,
Bangles.
The Go-Go's and the Bangles are very different. Oh my god.
I don't. I'm just saying. I don't. Anyway, back to Belinda. Okay, first of all, okay, in Pennsylvania, where in Pennsylvania you could hitch a ride on an Amish buggy. I've been in Pennsylvania. Those fucking things are everywhere. I don't know what the rules are, but you could ask one of those.
Is a pretty developed state. Pittsburgh, Philadelphia.
Yeah, but I mean, it depends on where she lives. You can
middle of the state.
You can live without driving, but you have to be like in the middle of a city. Is like the only real way that you can live in the United States and not have to drive, or unless you just have the ability to like pay for a driver, or like you can just Uber everywhere you want to go or something. But yeah, it is one of the aspects of America is that if you really want to live and do stuff, you kind of have to know how to drive. Yeah, or pay someone to drive you.
Driving support. But I would question that.
Yeah.
Like, I would be like, if I would look at your fear, Belinda. So if it's like, if you are, if you do have someone driving you somewhere, what makes that person any more competent than you are? You're just as fearful as this person driving, right? Because you're not even in control. You're like completely at the mercy of the skills, the attention span, how much sleep this person got the night before, how alert a driver they are, right?
Oh, great. So now Belinda's never going to get in a car again, Vanguard.
I guess I would propose that if over.
Hey, not only can you not drive, no one else can either. So, never get in a vehicle.
At least if it's you, you can make sure you're paying attention.
I think this is one of those, like, it could be like exposure therapy or face your fears. Like, go to one of those like indoor go-kart racing places.
That's a good idea.
And just, like, there's really no stakes. You're not going to get hurt, but you can at least see if you're able to, drive around other obstacles and stuff and maintain, not be slamming into walls or, other drivers. They hate that.
Well, yeah, I mean, most of the problem, and I when I taught my both my sons to drive, it was, we went to the standard school parking lot. Okay, drive, park, pull out, try to back it in, whatever. And both of them responded very similarly in that, oh, driving's actually really easy. And I'm like, yeah, can you take the big wheel with power steering assist and keep it between two lines? Of course you can, right? Especially if you're playing video games. The problem is all those other idiots out there. once you pull out of this parking lot, there's the problem, right? And you have to think for them as well as yourself. It's like, that's the part that's...
I think, Belinda, what actually might help if you have just a good friend who you trust, who does know how to drive,
yes.
Have them show you, because they in a parking lot or something with very low stakes, and if you can get over that fear, you just kind of ease into it gradually. Sounds like you're an adult. You've lived so far without a driver's license, so ease into it. If you're truly terrified of driving, don't, because there's no if it is truly a phobia that you have, you don't. We need less people just with their eyes closed, holding on to the wheel and hoping that they get to where they're going. So,
yeah, I gotta say, the very fact that you're concerned about this probably puts you in the top half of drivers. So that means half the people out there are probably worse drivers than you are. So keep that
Same thing with the other person asking about driving schools. It's like, the fact that you are self-awareness is huge.
Correct.
It's like, knowing is half the battle. That's
G.I. Joe.
If they taught us anything, it's that. And that when helicopters explode, everybody's always fine because you just jump out and you're good. So that's what I learned in G.I. Joe.
The rapidly flinging rotor, of course, doesn't come and mangle you.
That was an important lesson of G.I. Joe. Yeah. War is bloodless.
Yes.
That was what I learned as a kid. That war is bloodless, and it is not something that we ever have to worry about, and everything is safe and happy all the time.
Very not bloodless. So what was I going to say, Belinda? Oh, yeah, so right, so try to gain some confidence. Go with a friend. I think Green Pants' idea was good, right? And just be a defensive driver as you're learning, right? Like if you're a careful driver, right? I'm confident that you can avoid most bad situations because the vehicles are designed with tons of safety features, with airbags, crumple areas, all that kind of stuff, right? So, if you're not zooming down a highway, texting your phone at 90, right, rear end somebody, or if you're aware, it looks like, oh, let me take an extra half second in the intersection, make sure no one's running the light, right? Like little things like that. Trying to think for the idiots that are around you. It could go a long way and increase your confidence. Does it make you immune to accidents? Of course not. Accidents do happen, right? But again, all these factors.
Think about this, Belinda.
Yeah.
Can you ride a bicycle? If you can ride a bicycle, try a motorcycle. Get one of those little like speed dip. It's like they're called crotch rockets, and they're small motorcycles, and they're extremely dangerous. You can go upwards of 150 miles an hour, and if you hit a wall, you will literally just be a grease spot. So if you can do that, and get really comfortable in high speeds on a small racing bike, when you get into like a Ford Taurus or like whatever else, you're gonna be like, "What the hell? This isn't scary at all."
There's stuff around me protecting me. This is great.
Yeah, jump out of an airplane like once or twice, and after that, you're like, "Oh, the wind," you'll be fine. You gotta, just up the ante a little bit there, and just try doing something truly, truly, truly terrifying, and then everything else will seem a little bit less.
Yeah, so Belinda, friend, have them take you around. I think you get the idea, right? It's like go
super fast
local
motorcycle.
Roads. I would not do the super fast motorcycle.
Naked.
I would go local naked. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. If Belinda, I guarantee you, if you can successfully go down 37 miles of freeway at 150 miles an hour naked on a small Ninja motorcycle, I am 98% sure that you will be perfectly comfortable in an Escalade or an Acura after that, or a Honda Civic.
Okay. So
does that not seem reasonable?
It does. To me it does not, but that's my personal truth. That does not seem that way. But I don't know.
All right. Well, you're not Belinda from Bieber. Okay?
I'm not. It's true.
Yeah. And Vanguard, I believe you have a driver's license, right? And you do not have an innate fear of driving?
I do not.
Okay, so
I think I'm a very safe driver, actually.
So let me talk to Belinda here and help her out. Get the motorcycle. Super fast, super dangerous.
Yep.
You'll be grateful for your life after that.
If she makes it.
Go big or go home, Belinda.
There you go. So Belinda, there you go. There's our advice. I recommend you drive with a friend and start going local roads, work your way up to the highways, right? Gain confidence. Green Pants is suggesting that you get naked and jump on a motorcycle and go 150 miles an hour down open highway.
Yeah, like
no helmet, I assume.
Absolutely. No. What? Okay. What is you afraid you're gonna get hurt? That's the thing. I mean, you're naked. Of course, you're not wearing a helmet. No. No, and that's when you're trying to ride one of those Ninja motorcycles naked, that's also where like the exhaust things are. Like that is so dangerous, and so
sure.
yeah, it is.
Burn yourself on that thing.
If she can do that, I'm telling you, she can handle anything.
All right, there you
go.
So
go do that, Belinda. Write us back from the hospital, and tell us how you're doing, and when you will be able to walk again.
So you're getting the two different sides you're getting here, Belinda. Right, is working slow and working your way up, and Green Pants is going up and working down. So I mean,
exactly.
It depends on the type of approach you like to take on things, but there we go.
We like to give you options here at OK Seriously, and I said,
all right,
you can go slowly, or you can just, all right,
balls to the wall. Right?
Moving on.
Moving on to our last question. Beverly from Candy Kitchen, New Mexico asks, is having superstitions about a lot of things normal? For example, if I wear a certain shirt on a bad day, I'll never wear that shirt again. Or if I wore a necklace on a good day, I now treat it as a good luck charm. Is that normal?
Okay, Beverly. Yeah. Here's some. The good news for you is that believing in good luck and bad luck is extremely common in the diaspora of humanity.
Diaspora. Good word.
So you shouldn't be concerned with if it's normal or not. What you should be concerned with is that it's fucking stupid and not real. And so I want to word this the right way to not offend anybody. So I'll just say anybody that believes in good and bad luck is stupid, and that none of that is real, and that you shouldn't be concerned with it. And that is my advice.
So you don't think there's any such thing as luck?
Absolutely not.
I mean, Obi-Wan didn't think so either, so I...
There's no luck. There's no karma. We live in a vast universe that doesn't care about us. We are small motes of dust in an ever-expanding universe where we're waiting for the heat death of 1,000 suns. Nothing we do matters. So,
there you go.
Belinda, Whether or not you
This is
walk
not
under
Belinda,
a
this is
ladder,
Beverly,
a
this is
black cat.
Beverly.
You think throwing salt over your shoulder or fucking walking under a ladder has any effect on anything? The
Doesn't.
universe doesn't give a shit about you. Okay, Bev. So relax. Okay. Don't the fact that you're wearing a necklace is now a good luck charm, or that you would never wear a shirt again because you had a bad day. That's extreme.
Yes.
I mean, it's like, buying new underwear every time you have diarrhea. I mean, come on. That's
excessive. I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if that analogy works.
Beverly,
Probably doesn't.
My take is that the behaviors you're describing are OCD aligned. Not really a luck thing. It's that you have an obsession about pattern and sequence and certain things have to be certain ways. So I would go.
Well, I would say it's not necessarily. OCD is a very specific disorder, obsessive compulsive. With the supernatural and good luck and bad luck, the superstitiousness that is super common. And OCD is actually a disorder that you can be diagnosed with. Not really. I don't. People will say you will say, "Oh, that's my OCD,"
That's what I'm
or
saying.
"I'm OCD."
That's
They don't
what I'm
actually
saying.
have OCD.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about people who have an actual diagnosis of
Debilitating
obsessive compulsive
diagnosis,
disorder.
Yes. No, I understand.
That without their 80 milligrams of Prozac a day, they are organizing all of the books on their shelf all day by height, and then by author, and then by publishing date, and then by first name of author, and then by anything else they can think of. That's OCD.
Yes, and also,
being superstitious is just dumb.
Do you organize your money in your wallet? Let me ask that question. High denomination.
Right, organize my money in my wallet.
Bills. Yeah.
Of course, yeah, and they all have to face the same way.
Yes, and do you also organize them?
I have actual OCD.
Do you also organize them by the serial number with starting with the minted letter code, like of where the bill was?
That I do not.
I do.
That I do not.
I
own. You read the serial number on the bill, and then align the bills in numerical order. Okay, yeah, that's a lot.
I do. I know. It's.
I don't know what the. I mean, it makes sense to group your money by
denomination,
by amount, but like whether you pay with a serial number ending in 11 or ending in 12, guy's not really going to care, really. I mean,
No.
Lady's still going to give you a blow. But the 20 is, has one serial number or another. They're not.
No,
You're looking it up, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm adjusting our message. I put a message on the screen. It used to be bad. I'm a lot better now. It used to be bad, but little baby steps. I don't know. I kind of got that's why I kind of got a vibe from Beverly here. It's like, I don't know if it's purely, maybe it is purely superstition. I don't know, but like but isn't superstition an obsession in and of itself? You know what I mean? Like you think, oh, I did this thing, so I did X, so now I must do Y. You know what I mean? It's like there's a very cause and effect lock in the mind that you can't shake.
Right, but obsessive compulsive is generally your brain coming up with something completely random that you have to do in order to stop something else bad from happening.
But you kind of almost describe Beverly's situation, right? Like if she doesn't wear
because
if she wears the shirt again, something bad's going to happen to her. That's kind of where I'm getting that vibe.
Right, but the difference is though those are obsession compulsives that have reason behind them. That's the difference.
I see.
People have decided a black cat walking against your path is bad luck. So if it happens, you're like, I've gotten bad luck, or if I had a good day. The OCD, when you know you have OCD, is when you're truly doing things that make absolutely no sense to prevent other things that absolutely are never going to happen.
Never going to also not make no sense. No, that's a fair distinction. That's fair. Like sorting the peanuts based on size, shit like that, right? It's like
right, as opposed to being an organized person. Someone will say, "Oh, I'm organized." That doesn't mean you have OCD. You have OCD when you're organizing your closet, and 5 days later you're still in your closet and you haven't eaten.
And it's debilitating, right?
That's OCD.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure. I agree with that. So,
but as far as superstitions and stuff, those are just
luck is not a thing, Beverly.
Plain old dumb.
Like we're in control of our own destiny to a certain extent. Things are out of our control and not under our control. The things that are right. There's most likely no luck. But if there's no luck, now we're gonna get philosophical on you. The options are.
It depends. What is luck?
Luck or destiny are really the only two options, right? It's either happenstance or it's preordained.
Oh, okay.
And the tendency down a favorable path one could call luck, right? If it is happenstance.
I suppose, but your analysis of what is a favorable outcome versus an unfavorable outcome is relative depending on the situation that the
It's relative
person's
to the
in. So,
individual
like,
too.
what
Of
is
course, yeah.
yeah? So that's why some person's good luck could be considered bad luck for someone else. You know, it's a rainy day on someone's wedding. Oh, I have really bad luck. Someone else is,
In a drought.
you know,
right?
exactly. Someone else has, you know, their crops haven't flourished for months. They
Right.
see the rain and they go, "Oh, it's because I prayed. The rain came." And now the other
Yes.
guy's wedding is, you know, but now the, you know,
Ruined.
people, the tomatoes are growing okay. So that's why when you think about it, it's all stupid because none of it makes any sense. Because it makes no sense that that guy would have a bad day because of the rain, but the other guy's being helped because you know what? Rain doesn't matter. Rain doesn't care.
Rain doesn't
It's going to
care.
happen. It doesn't care if you're getting married. It doesn't care if you have fresh pumpkins. It does not care. It is again a huge void
Yes.
in a careless universe.
Yes. So you got, I definitely got to let go of the superstition stuff, right? Because it's all, I think Green Pant's spot on with this. It's nonsense, right? There is no karma. It's just like,
And it'll keep adding up because there is no end to superstitions and the amount of things that people can come
Right.
up with that are bad luck.
I mean,
Whether
those
it
things
is
can bring-
saying a certain word in a theater,
sure.
or yeah, again, like walking under the ladders or any of
Right.
those things.
Black cat whole thing. Although I'll go back and recorrect it. Like I use the word karma, and I don't want to necessarily downplay that because I think that because that implies. Do I think there's like a universal bank that rewards you based on doing good things? No. However, you know, your own personal karma, if you want to call it, right? Doing good things makes you feel better about yourself, makes you an overall better person. That's good and real, and you should do those things, right? So I
Yes.
just want to clarify that.
Yeah, if you go through life as a good person, I think you generally good things will happen to you, but that does not mean that shitty things won't happen to you. So the idea that I'm going through life, I'm a good person, I'm all set. Nope, still could get hit by that bus.
It might be right, but it might mentally, you know, fortify you for when bad things happen, how you deal with those bad things. I might contend that to make
Yeah.
them seem not as bad.
When you get hit by that bus and you're dead,
Bus
and
is
you're lying
extreme.
there being like, I'm dead. You know what?
Bus is
You'd
extreme.
be like, you know what? I had a pretty good run.
Let's
up
say
until
your
now."
car got wrecked instead. You know, something that's recoverable, right? Like you say your car got wrecked. You know, you accept the zen of the situation. You're like, you know, lost my car. Could have been worse. I'm healthy. All my limbs work. You know, that kind of thing. Changing your outcome, your
Right.
attitude.
Rather
based on
rather
negative
than
events.
saying, okay, that model of car is bad luck, and so
Right.
if
I'll
I
never
ever get into
buy
a car of that model again,
Nissan again or whatever, right? That kind of thing.
Right. because it will definitely crash because that's what happens. It's when you use like a data point to
Yeah.
extrapolate out many other data points.
Right. Like people say
that are not existent.
Like when like someone, this happens to me a lot. People I know, like they go through a series of bad events, you know, luck, right? And
Right.
they say, well, you know, they say these things happen in threes. I'm like, you
Right.
just happen to notice
that's
three of
what-
the things that happen. It's like it's not,
right. Oh, yeah, because my response when people say, yeah, you know, people happens in threes, I go, yeah, no, they don't. That's not a thing. What are you talking about?
and what are you saying?
that is generally my
Right.
my response is
Yes.
what?
And also,
So,
like that whole
um,
concept kind of implies, like you know, it infers the supernatural, right? It infers a higher power,
Right.
a higher intelligent power, right? That's like making decisions, like, okay, Beverly,
Right.
here's your curveball, and now I'm gonna let you win the lottery, and now I'm gonna hit you by a bus, you know,
And
it's
that
like
it's
whatever.
and that decisions are being made
Yes,
outside of your control that
Yes.
have nothing to do with with your actions. That you know that's why like preordained or like believing in destiny and some of that stuff. Like it's just the concept is ludicrous.
Yes.
It's like, you know, I don't think anyone is destined to, you know, necessarily, you know, be anything. You could have someone with a huge amount of talent that ends up falling down a manhole, and you know, you never
Right.
find out that they had that talent. But
Right.
you know, destined for greatness. I don't know.
I concur. So Beverly, try to shake the superstitious thing. It's not real.
Yeah.
That's our advice.
Yeah, that necklace didn't get you that job, and that shirt
Correct.
didn't
Didn't cause a
you
bad
know,
thing to happen.
cause you to break up with your boyfriend or whatever. You know,
Right.
it's all it's unrelated, but
Right. Now, of course, you take things to the extreme, right? Like if you wore a shirt that said, like, you know, I want to kill some race or class of people, right? And if that
Right.
produces negative outcomes for you, that's not luck. That's
Right. Whereas I always
And
wear an I am Knuff
enough.
shirt, so I have good luck because I am showing that I'm an ally,
yes,
and that I feel the struggle, ladies.
yes.
Oh, I want you to know I'm
Beverly,
aware.
Beverly, I hope that helped. So good luck. We wish you the best. So, it's
Right. I think it's time for speed
it
round.
is. I was just gonna say it's time for speed round. So, for
You're
those
up.
not familiar, oh, geez, really? I thought I went last
Your
week.
turn. Yep. Nope.
Ugh. All right,
We
so,
skipped. We didn't have a show last week, but the week before it was me.
Got it. Great. So it is my turn, and I will be answering 5 questions. Rapid fire is how we're gonna do this, and then we'll do a bit of an unpack at the end. And this is the we're gonna have 1 minute to do this. I'm gonna put 60 seconds on the timer.
Yep.
Hopefully that worked.
And so the time starts when I finish reading the first question.
Yes, it is very Family Feud final roundish in that way.
Right. It's good to have some sort of consistency.
I think so, right?
All right.
Um,
So tell me when you're ready to hit this.
yeah,
number.
I get warm up a little bit. No, I
You
guess
good?
I'm ready. Yeah, keep the.
Okay.
I got Belinda
All right.
Carlisle songs going through my head, so I got to like purge that and kind of for the distraction. So I think I'm okay. All right, go ahead. I'm ready. Hit me.
Okay. All right. If you could set up a teleporter in your house that could only go to one location, where would it be?
Oh shit. The most viable looking exoplanet that we have identified so far.
If your likeness was to be turned into a statue, what pose would you have?
Iron
Would
Man.
you be immortalized in?
Iron Man down on the knee with the one fist and the other one up in the air, like the hero landing.
Awesome. Okay. If you got to have one rich person thing in your house, what would you choose?
Oh shit. That's a good question. Oh crap. I got a little bit of time, so I'm gonna take it.
Running out of time.
I know. I'm at 23 seconds. Oh shit. Rich person thing. Damn, so many good options. I guess
Pick one of them.
I guess kick-ass movie room, something like that, like a media room.
The theater.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. If there was a vending machine in your office that dispensed literally anything, what would you want to be in it?
Trail mix.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
trail mix.
And
Sure,
what
time.
what is the last thing you'd want to hear from someone who thought they were muted on a phone call?
The other person's muted or I'm muted?
The last thing you want to hear from someone who thought they were muted.
Oh, I see.
but
I
they
see.
weren't.
I see. Yeah. So, no, some kind of like insult about my personality or something that I was like really annoying. That would hurtful. Or someone thought negatively of me. Oh, all over time.
All right.
But there it is. All right.
All right.
A Dow.
All right. So,
Dow.
if-
What do we
so
got?
setting up a teleporter in your house.
Yes,
To
so-
go to one location. So
By
you
the
have
way,
exoplanet.
The teleporter is assuming that it takes into account the movement of all the celestial bodies, right? Because if you teleport on Earth, Earth is
Right.
moved, and you don't want to go in empty space. So yes, so it would be one of our exoplanet candidates, right? Because then we can suit up, prepare, emerge at the exoplanet, and do amazing discoveries for science.
But it could only go to one location, so it would just be that.
That'd be one exoplanet, yeah.
Oh, so
Where
yeah.
would you go?
Yeah, because I think I would have
Amsterdam?
if I had a teleporter. No, it would be I would program it to send me the furthest spot from any other human being on Earth where the weather will not instantly kill me. So no, having me materialize inside a volcano, asshole. Like
Yeah.
none of that. But yes, I am surrounded by children and
Oh, I see.
lots of noise.
Oh, you need it in a way.
and,
You need an escape. You need like a ejection teleport.
would-
Like, get me the hell out of here.
Having silence at some
Yeah.
having the ability to just immediately
I
go
get
to a place where I know there are no other human beings
get it.
anywhere around me asking me for something,
Right.
that
If-
would be the
If you
best.
if you just wore a pressure chute, you could use my exoplanet if you want to share.
This is my teleporter, but yeah,
Yes.
your exoplanet would fit the bill because there probably would not be anyone
Nobody
else there.
there.
At the time, other than your science team or whoever, you've got big plans.
I do. I have a whole.
I just want to Yeah,
You just want to get the
you're
fuck
you're
out
trying
of
to
there.
blaze scientific trails and shit, and I'm just trying to survive.
You're trying to get away from the
Um,
kids, right? I get it.
if my likeness was to be turned into a statue,
Yes, what's your
um,
pose?
I would go with proud Canadian man, which is
Demonstrate this pose.
you've seen a
please.
man before, is a naked man standing in a doorway
Yes.
saying, "You've seen a man before, haven't you?" And standing there, penis out, full exposure as a proud Canadian male.
You're not Canadian.
That is no, but my reference is one of my good friend's dads who gave me the pose when he walked out of his bedroom and showed me his his Bullwinkle and Rocky and the
How old were
his
you?
15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he came out of the room and was completely naked
Balls down.
and started to cover himself and
Yeah.
then said, "You've seen a man before," and went like this. And I was like, you know what? That's a pose for
So
a
like
statue.
it's kind of
right
like
there.
this, like you've seen it, man. Like this
Yeah.
stands up.
Yeah, it was basically like all of my appendages are as
Good.
far away from my dick as possible.
Right.
I'm not. I have no problem.
Nothing to hide.
Look, I'm a proud Canadian man.
I think
That's
that's
what I'm
great.
saying.
You know what? I like that pose. I mean, I'm going with mine still.
Yeah,
But
it's
that's the thing.
again very lived experience.
That is the thing.
Iron Man. I think you can relate more.
Yeah.
Um,
One more thing.
but that's me. The rich person thing in my house. I mean,
I'm probably
okay.
missing something I should have
Ideally-
thought of, but
well, I don't know why you didn't say fully outfitted sex dungeon.
fair.
But even that, like lazy river,
Nah, not my thing.
I would love to have a lazy river. Okay, just we'll go on silver spoon stuff. Okay, the train in the house, locomotive that the dad could ride around,
Spoon.
race car bed.
Race car bed's pretty good. We're hoping to find we're two of a kind together.
Or the Webster house where he would like open up the Papadopouloses, where he'd open up the grandfather clock and there was actually a secret passage that went up. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Webster was-
Secret passage.
yeah. I'm saying there's like putting in urinals too. I've seen a lot of people do that,
You
like
don't
when they
to
have
be
their
rich
houses
to put a
designed.
urinal in.
No, but it's one of those things that you normally typically don't see unless it's someone's
fair.
like, specially designed
That's fair.
house.
The thing I worry about, like things like the lazy river and stuff, like you're just getting that feature. Like the maintaining of that is a huge pain in the ass.
Right. But yeah, I mean, which is the same thing with a fully outfitted sex dungeon. I mean, you've got to have staff, you got to have cleaning, there's all sorts of, you got to have
hose it
safety
down.
coordinators, you got to have referees.
The whole thing. Whole thing.
Yeah, but again, if this is like in a fantasy-like situation, I am not necessarily having to maintain the lazy river and clean it out the filters and make sure that the water pump is working and stuff. No. It's just me floating around my fucking house on a lazy river.
Just going around and around.
That's what a lazy river is.
No, I hear you. It's great. I don't not like the lazy river. I just wouldn't want one as part of my home.
Okay.
But yeah, and
Same.
my media.
But yeah,
room would
the
be
full.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
like
would make
the
grown
home
men
theater.
cry,
That's really just
right?
a theater.
It'd be the insane screen. Like the audio would make you weep. You know what I mean?
Would you
Just
build like the Sphere in Vegas, like the giant hall in Vegas? That's just like the
I don't
venue.
know if I
that's
do
there?
the full ball. I might do like, but I might have like IMAX compatibility. You know what I mean? To kind of show like
Oh, absolutely.
things.
Yeah, you
'Cause
got to be able to show.
You're
full,
limited on
like,
the amount of
80
media
millimeter.
that you can get. You know, like, you can't get like the Sphere videos. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah, it has to be created.
right.
Like it was like IMAX. They would have to. They had to bring IMAX cameras and be like, oh, I guess we'll take them up Everest and make a film. We're gonna
Right.
take them to go see penguins.
Right.
And then they were like, hey, we can make movies with these things now.
Exactly. Yeah, I
So-
would definitely have IMAX compatibility, and like I said, the sound system would be insane, and we just get over and like listen to albums and stuff. It'd be great. Yeah, so that'd be fun.
I'd just be in my lazy river.
Easy river.
What
What
Okay,
else do we
vending
have?
machine that dispensed literally anything.
I love this
Trail
goddamn-
mix?
I'm so addicted to this goddamn trail mix right here. It's like I
Okay,
can't-
but you can buy
That's
trail
right.
mix. I want a vending machine that gives out orgasms. Like
You still gotta
that-
have money in
if
the.
it-
it's a vending machine, not a free
it's-
machine. You gotta
it's-
pay.
it dispenses literally anything. Okay, I either want I want either it to it dispenses at least immediate orgasms, which
Yes.
is great, or cyanide capsules.
How do
Because you know what? When
dispense
you
an
want a
orga-
cyanide
you can't
capsule, it's so
dispense-
hard to find.
You can't dispense
So
an action. An orgasm is an action. You can't dispense an orgasm. If a hand came out and jerked you off, that could happen.
Have you not seen any film where there's a device that gives someone an instant orgasm,
Remember,
and they just sort of go,
first scene in
like they fall.
yeah, first I believe scene in Barbarella, Queen of the Galaxy. Remember that when Jane Fonda was in the
Exactly.
scene?
Yeah, that's like from the that's from the 70s.
Yeah.
Along, but if not, so yeah, so because it's like a trail mix. I can go buy a trail mix.
I can
but
give myself an orgasm.
I use the word literally there.
No, I understand.
No, but isn't it? It's sort of like when you sit on your hand to make it numb and then jerk yourself off. It's like jerking yourself off by a stranger.
Correct. Or switch hands. Feels like you're cheating.
Exactly. See, it's a totally different feeling, and you don't even realize it yourself. This is the same situation.
But like, I'm just trying to work through the logistics of it. So I walk up to a machine, I push a button, and all of a sudden, like, stuff just comes out and goes on the front of the machine. Like, where's this happening? It's like,
okay. First of all, assume that you're prepared, so you come prepared for the orgasm machine. This isn't unexpected.
Yes.
So you have some, preparations. You have room to do your business. You have the ability to. I think the vending machine might also be a little bit like a voting booth. Might have a curtain in front of it so that whatever happened in the vending machine area stays in the vending machine area. Yeah.
Thought this through.
I'm just. The word literally is really doing a lot of heavy lifting because you can, with literally, that's what I'm saying. An action, orgasms, absolutely. Like that is not off the list.
I think you do like one of those. They do those mice they put in the experiment with the cocaine. They keep hitting the button until they die. I'm worried you might do that.
You're concerned for my safety?
I am. You're gonna keep pressing this orgasm button until you have like a cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah. Worst ways to go, man.
I suppose.
I suppose. He died like he lived. He died doing the thing he loved most, orgasming.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Oh my God.
What did he love more than anything else? Coming.
Right.
Really? He died coming.
Oh,
Wow. I love that for him.
Did a tombstone. He died.
He died literally ejaculating. Like that is, the way to go.
Oh, dude.
I'm just saying, trail mix is okay. Also, the last thing you'd want to hear from someone who thought they were on mute.
Oh yeah.
I can get that if you heard like, oh yeah, that Joe guy, I fucking
right,
he's
I know there are probably a lot better answers, but I'm really sensitive to that kind of thing because I like really go out of my way to like come across as genuine and like I really give a shit about you and what you're saying. You know what I mean? So then if I were to hear, oh, he's such a colossal asshole, something like that, it would be like a gut punch to me. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. So I don't know.
Yeah, for me, it's it was more. I guess, yeah, what I would hate to hear is, oh, I think that's the last of my explosive diarrhea. Nope, got some more. If that was not on mute, it would make me uncomfortable.
Because it means that you were on a conference call with someone who was on the shitter for the entire
With someone
time.
who is currently experiencing explosive diarrhea and has been up until this point, because it's their last bout of which means that for as long as you've been talking, they have been intermittently shitting.
Right. They've been on the toilet.
Not a picture that you necessarily
Fair.
Yeah. Hey, do what you want to do. Just make sure you're muted. Okay? Because I don't have to think about it if I don't have to hear about it. So that's fine. Yeah. So that's that. I mean, that's advice everybody should. So if you are at work, you have explosive diarrhea, and you are on a conference call and you just decide to take that conference call to the bathroom, mute yourself.
Yes.
That's just advice to live by.
It's good advice. And don't turn on your video.
Oh yeah, that's.
Do not.
Yeah, don't bring it with you. Don't do it via GoPro.
Correct.
Walk around and you see
and the selfie stick. Get the whole angle.
Where is he going? Is that looks like a bath? Is that a bathroom?
Yeah.
Is that? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Remember, I did that for you once. Remember? We were having a big party. You couldn't be there. You had to be somewhere else. And you told me, I think you gave me the camera, and you said, film the party.
Oh!
And
yes,
I'm like,
yes,
I will film the
that,
party.
absolutely,
That's
yes.
fine. So I turned the camera, and I just walked around with the camera the whole time in the party. And then I had
that party was at, I believe, one of our viewers' homes.
Oh, is it Super J's house? Might have been.
Super J's house was where that was.
Might have been. So I filmed the whole party because you wanted me to, and then I had to pee, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna not pee. So I walked in the bathroom and I peed. Camera's still rolling, and then that happened.
And now it's in the Library of Congress.
And now it's in the Library of Congress. There you go.
Yep, has an ISBN number and everything.
Yep. There you go. So
see, I thought it was the last thing that you'd want to hear from someone muted. Was that what I had? So that's why I was a bit confused with the party analogy. What I wasn't sure what I might have said that I should have been saying on mute.
I see.
Because actually, most of the things I say should probably be said on mute.
On mute.
Or just not said at all. But fuck that.
There
you know.
go. Live your truth, man.
Yeah, I want my my lazy river and my orgasm vending machine. You know,
Right.
just
Living the life.
just yeah. Don't take that away from me. That's not cool.
Oh my god.
Let me live in the fantasy.
Yes. So speaking of which, so Robert, or one of our viewers, Robert chimed in. He mentioned about the rich person thing about the Japanese toilet, and I have to say, like, you can have a Japanese toilet for not that much. I have one.
Oh, the bidet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a fully functional bidet. You can outfit an existing toilet. It's a toilet seat, and all you need is to be able to run power to the area where you plug it in, and you just hook it up to the water line of the plumbing, and you have basically the Japanese toilet. And I will tell you, it will change.
And you can have your asshole sprayed too.
It changes your life. Like, never been so clean. It's amazing.
I believe that. To me, it seems
you should come over and use mine. Actually,
perhaps I will. Because to me, if you're the same things that you do in a shower should also pertain to the toilet. So when you're in a shower, you wouldn't just wipe your body and get the dirt off with just paper. You actually use water and soap and get everything clean.
Water cleanses everything.
Why not move that? The Japanese definitely onto something. They just moved shower to the other place where it also belongs.
You haven't known true life until you power washed your ass. It is unbelievable.
That is true. Or so I've heard. I've never had my ass power washed.
I'm telling you,
but I'm greatly looking forward to it.
That's great.
Now, can you adjust the settings on this bidet to,
Yes, the temperature of the water and the pressure. And you could change the oscillation and the location. Fully featured. Great.
Wouldn't every woman want to have one of those so that you could because if you could control the oscillation and control all of that,
yeah, you can
wouldn't that be essentially an orgasm machine?
Yeah, I think so.
If outfitted correctly.
Mrs. Vanguard denies that she uses it for this purpose, but I have suspicion.
The fact that she's denying it means that it's possible. Exactly. And so someone's doing it.
I know. I think something's up. But hey, I support her in these efforts.
Another one of those $1 million ideas. Oh, yeah, no, I support everyone in however they want to use their bidet. I mean, I think it's great.
Yes, exactly.
And it's less toilet paper in the environment.
Well, the thing is,
we've all got
like,
septic, which is
right. And when COVID happened and people were like raiding the supermarkets for toilet paper, I was like, no problem.
Right. Exactly. You're just like, I'm just gonna power wash my ass like I always do.
My ass. Right.
I love that for you.
Liberating.
I think I would have one installed as well as long as I could get household members on board. Yeah. Which I could not do. I have tried.
But if you don't want to use it, doesn't affect that.
I have. Oh, can you on? Oh yeah, just not use the features of it.
Just don't use the feature. A regular toilet seat if you don't press the buttons.
All right, I might have to bring up the conversation again with Mrs. Greenpants. All right, we'll see.
I'll give you guys a
I
tour
mean,
next time you're over.
She's getting kind of tired of the. She's getting kind of tired of the. But Vanguard has one. But Vanguard has one. That doesn't. That shtick's getting old.
See,
But
I get
I'll give
I
it a
get
shot. Yeah.
I'll try to work.
See that? Absolutely.
Try to help you. But cool. I think we covered it all, man. It's
Yeah.
What did we do? We talked about toilet seats. We talked about teleporters. We talked about lazy rivers. We talked about brothels.
Explosive diarrhea.
We talked about explosive diarrhea.
Brothels.
We covered
where one can legalize prostitution.
Legalize
where it's available.
Yep. How to optimize your living space. Not forget the more mundane things. How to optimize your living space. Fear of driving.
Right. Fear of driving.
Girlfriends don't want to stop talking.
That concept of luck and bad luck is bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Whew. Diversity of topics.
I feel. Yeah. I mean, it feels good knowing how much you've helped the world. Like just knowing all this is out in the world, and like that's just it's a warm feeling in my heart.
Out there.
Yeah. It's out there now. No one can ever take it away. Except YouTube.
It's great. So with that, I think it's time to sign off. We've gone a little bit over tonight, but I think we had some pretty good chats about some very interesting topics. So,
we will be here next week. Will we not?
We will. Yes,
we will be here next week.
Last week.
Excellent.
We will be here next week. So yes. So that'll be 9:30 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. We will be here, and we will answer 5 more questions, and chat with you guys.
5 speed rounds. It's gonna be my turn next time.
Don't forget the 5 speed rounds. Up to you. Yeah, that's true. And yeah. So send
I'm
those questions.
looking forward to it.
The link is below Green Pants over there. Go click the link on the Twitch
It's
channel,
below
and
me.
you submit your question.
Get down there.
Answer your questions, and then we'll answer them. So good times.
Yeah,
You know?
we're here to help.
And yeah, like I said, we're always here to help. So until then, catch you guys next time. All right, everybody have a good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Don't be bulimic.
Oh, I lost the button.